Don't let this segment mess our marriage up.
Buckle up because we're diving into some deep, dark celebrity drama today. Picture this, Marjorie and Steve Harvey, one of the most glamorous couples in showbiz, in a wild, dirty battle against Marjorie's ex-husband, Jim Townsend. Jim is set to spill some hot, scandalous tea about Marjorie in his upcoming book, and it seems like the Harvey are pulling out all the stops to prevent that from happening. If you love a juicy celebrity feud filled with explosive revelations, then you're definitely in the right place. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel. Today, we talk about the boiling hot drama brewing between Marjorie Harvey, her husband Steve, and her ex, Jim Townsend. We'll first delve into Jim's shocking promises for his upcoming Tell All book, where he plans to expose some really scandalous secrets about Marjorie's past, from drug dealing to tax evasion, and even her tumultuous relationships. After that, I'm also going to unpack some jaw, dropping insider claims about how the Harveys are declaring war on Jim, doing everything in their power to prevent the release of this book. You're not going to want to miss this because it seems like the Harveys are on the offensive, and things are about to get real messy. Let's start. It's going to be a wild ride. Jim Townsend, in case you didn't know, was once in charge of a major drug cartel. That's right, but that's not what we're interested in. He was married to Marjorie Harvey, Steve Harvey's current wife. So here's where things start to heat up. Before, when Jim was on top, he and Marjorie were strong. They were raising 2 children together, but then things went south. Jim got arrested, and while he was in jail, Marjorie left him and started a new life with Steve Harvey. From what sources whispered, it seems Marjorie didn't just leave Jim to his fate in prison. No, she went to great lengths to make his life a living hell.
Let's first say that you shouldn't feel guilty for anything.
At the very least, she immediately banned her children from visiting their father in prison. Also, insiders say Jim and Marjorie had some kind of cash supply. So Marjorie took the money for herself too, because Jim then got a life sentence.
Distribution of cocaine, they dropped the money laundering aspect. Because, they had me dead to write on money laundering, but they didn't even want to deal with it. It wasn't no use.
Only much later was he pardoned and found himself going free without a dime. Well, it looks like Jim's getting ready to pay Marjorie back in a big way. All the fans have been buzzing lately about the book Jim has decided to release. If the rumors are true, it's about to blow up the industry. Rumor has it that this book will not only turn Marjorie's world upside down, but also the lives of Steve Harvey and their children.
I don't care. All the king horses and all the king men cannot stop me from putting this book out.
It will be an autobiography, with a large part of it being about their life together with Marjorie. And most importantly, about Marjorie's involvement in the drug trade. You don't fall for Marjorie's innocent public image, do you? Yes, there are many rumors confirming that she was involved in her husband's criminal dealings. So we're in for a lot of excitement this summer. In Jim's own words, "I have no allegiance to Marjorie. She showed her hand. I'm going to tell my story." That's it, folks. He's not holding anything back. You can bet Marjorie's dirty laundry is about to be aired, and insiders say it's going to be one heck of a ride. Now, prison is no walk in the park, and Jim has had his fair share of challenges. The man has served 26 years, folks. Imagine all the things he's seen, all the things he's been through. But here's the catch. He wrote 2/3 of his book while serving time. You can bet he has a lot of juicy details to share. Insiders are already grasping for pearls in anticipation of what's about to come out. One anonymous source said, "It's not just a sideshow. Jim is ready to burn bridges, and he doesn't care who goes down in flames." Shocking, isn't it? Well, buckle up because the book is only a month away from hitting the shelves. He has survived years of isolation, years of prison life, and years of being cut off from his family. But now it looks like he's ready to switch roles. So as we prepare for the book's release, remember this. It's not just about Marjorie's past. It's about a man who was despised, who was treated unfairly, and now he's ready to tell his side of the story. And gosh, it sounds like it's going to be one hell of a story. But before we get to the main topic of this video, how Marjorie and Steve are trying to stop the book from coming out, let's think together about what Jim has to say that terrifies the Harvey family. Before she was known as Mrs. Harvey, she had quite the intriguing past, tangled up with some shady characters.
Please welcome the chick of my dreams, my wife, Marjorie.
Let's start with the most serious accusations against Marjorie. Before she started walking on red carpets, she was deeply involved in drug trafficking. Shocking, I know, but hold on because this is just the beginning. Her ex-husband, Jim Townsend, was already a hardened criminal. The Drug Enforcement Administration caught him with 40 kilograms of illegal substances in the trunk of his car. He wasn't some small-time dealer. He was one of the main players in the city. So Marjorie knew exactly who she was marrying, who she was having children with, and not only tolerated her husband's business, but also actively participated in it herself. That's why it's quite strange to see her attempts to portray herself as an innocent lamb who simply found herself in a bad situation. And Jim saw it all, guys. He saw Marjorie deeply involved in dubious deals and making serious money from illegal activities. Based on what he hints at, it wasn't just an actor's show. No, Marjorie wasn't just standing on the sidelines. She was right there in the thick of it. She was his business partner in the shadow business.
I'm telling all. A lot of people, because everything been going across the internet is untruth.
When Jim was thrown into prison, one would think Marjorie would take it as a wake-up call, right? But no, she continued with the shadow business, running the show on her own. And when she realized she couldn't handle it, she got married for the second time. No, not for Steve Harvey. He'll come a bit later. Marjorie had another husband. Very little is known about him, except that his name is Darnell Woods, and he's Jim's cousin. Yes, you heard that right. Marjorie married another notorious figure in the drug trade. Makes you think, doesn't it? The second husband didn't stay free for long and followed his brother to prison. Insiders whispered about a possible theory that Marjorie traded her first and second husbands for a chance at freedom. One source even went so far as to say she's smart. She knew how to play this game. She walked away, leaving them in the dust, and headed for greener pastures with Steve Harvey. But the plot thickens. Guys, Jim Townsend plans to reveal not only Marjorie the criminal, but also Marjorie the mother. As Jim and many insiders report, she wasn't the best role model, and Jim himself had to step in to raise their children. His exact words were, "I was the one changing diapers and reading bedtime stories." She wasn't there at all. Now it seems Steve Harvey has taken on the responsibility of raising the children while Marjorie continues to live her life seemingly without a care in the world. Furthermore, sources close to the family suggest that she isn't particularly responsible when it comes to parenting. Jim is planning to publish these shocking revelations in his book. Stories of dubious deals, dark secrets, and staggering events from Marjorie's past will come to light.
You got to understand, she's not going to be speaking on none of that because her whole thing is to hide her past.
And let me tell you, these won't be ordinary scandals like before. We're talking about stunning revelations that will undoubtedly send shockwaves through the industry. And they will affect not only Marjorie, but also her third husband, Steve Harvey. The countdown has begun for Jim's explosive Tell All book, which will be released in a month. One thing is for sure. These will be roller coaster revelations, dark secrets, and a lot of drama.
And so she called me and she just went off on me.
Dirty Laundry is about to be aired, and it will make many people tremble. Or not. What if I told you there's a chance the book won't see the light of day? Because as the release date of the book approaches, very alarming messages have emerged. It seems the Harvey family is stirring, and we're in for a heated month. Look at what I managed to uncover. Insiders are revealing an intense campaign by Marjorie and Steve Harvey against Jim and his upcoming book. It seems they are resorting to desperate measures to protect their image and reputation. Rumors abound that they are going to great lengths to bribe sponsors and manipulate the media to denigrate Jim and label him a liar. This strategy is eerily reminiscent of Steve's previous attempt to suppress a potentially damaging book by his mistress. Through connections and hefty payments, he successfully prevented the book from seeing the light of day. In book, details of his personal life could have surfaced that would have changed everything and prevented Harvey from building an empire. However, Steve intervened in time and defended his business. Now, apparently, he has to fight for his image again. But this time, he faces an even harder task. After all, now, he must also whitewash his wife. They won't be able to scare Jim, of course, but they will be able to bribe someone. One insider disclosed, highlighting the lengths the Harveys are willing to go to protect their secrets. However, despite their attempts to silence Jim, he remains steadfast in his determination to share his side of the story. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, Steve and Marjorie are preparing for a potential lawsuit if their efforts to halt the book's publication fail. They are well aware of the potential damage it can cause to their carefully constructed public personas. The prospect of a legal battle is not ideal for Harvey, who would prefer to avoid the ensuing public spectacle. However, if all else fails, July promises to be a month filled with drama and an all-out war.
Get your ass out of here.
As anticipation builds for the release of Jim's book, there is an underlying sense that it will be a game changer. Fans of Steve Harvey will soon learn the truth about Marjorie, and it has the potential to alter everything they thought they knew. The revelations contained within the pages of this explosive tell-all are rumored to be shockingly interesting, shedding light on hidden aspects of Marjorie's past and Steve's involvement. With the possibility of the book reaching the public's hands, Steve and Marjorie Harvey find themselves standing on the precipice of a reputational abyss. Their attempts to suppress the truth might succeed in the short term, but the unstoppable tide of information, coupled with the unwavering determination of Jim, threatens to expose their carefully guarded secrets. The potential damage to Steve Harvey's career and the reputation of the Harvey family looms large, and the fallout from the release of this tell-all book could be catastrophic. The public's trust is fragile, and once shattered, it is not easily rebuilt. Only time will tell if the Harveys' campaign against Jim and his book will succeed in bearing the truth, or if the revelations will prevail, causing an earthquake in the entertainment industry. The coming months promise to be filled with suspense intrigue, and the unmasking of secrets that could change the trajectory of Steve Harvey's career forever. Now, fans out there are having quite the field day with all these revelations. It's not every day you hear about this level of drama from Hollywood royalty, and boy, are the opinions flying. On one hand, there's a bunch of folks who are downright shocked and disappointed. Take Maria, for instance. She commented, "I've always looked up to Marjorie as a style icon, but this is just heartbreaking. I feel so deceived." It's clear that for Maria and many others like her, it's a hard pill to swallow. Their idol stands accused of some serious charges, and it's shattering their image of her. On the flip side, there are fans who are standing by Marjorie through the storm. They're skeptical about the allegations and question the timing of Jim's revelations. Consider John's comment. "Sounds like an angry ex trying to cash in on Marjorie's fame. Why did he wait all these years to spill the beans?" But what do you make of all this? Do you think Marjorie is as guilty as she's made out to be, or is Jim just a disgruntled ex trying to get his 15 minutes of fame? And how about Steve Harvey? Will he stick by his wife's side through all of this, or could this be the breaking point? I want to hear your theories, your opinions. This isn't just my show, it's ours, and your thoughts matter. But that's all we've got time for today. I hope you found this as fascinating as I did. If you enjoyed this video and you want to keep up with all the latest in celebrity news and gossip, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give me a like. Trust me, with all the drama unfolding, you don't want to miss out on our next episode. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Stay curious and keep the comments coming.